Hello everybody, this is St Charts. It's the Saturday the 22nd of March 2025. Going to start with gold, and this is one where we covered off last week and we thought that we were going to see a bit more upside, which we have. And for me, I think that we're almost at the top here. I think we might see a bit of a, obviously we've had a bit of a pullback here during the week, but I think we're going to see another push, probably hitting 3,100. Hopefully the top of that blue box there at 3,177, which we gave a long time back. But for me, then I'm expecting a bigger correction to play out before we go for more upside. But we will cover that once that correction start to take place, so we should be able to get another entry with that. And if we look back, if we went back to sort of October 23, that's where we gave that blue box reversal zone down here at 1816. So for those who took that trade from there, from October 23 all the way up to today, that's from sort of 1800 all the way up to 3,000 and, well, nearly touching 3,100. So that's absolutely outstanding, isn't it? But I think we're going to see a corrective move, and then we're going to see another leg to the upside. So next one I'm going to do today is MAI, and this is one that I have never covered off before. And for me, what a chart. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. This one here, it's in a blue box reversal zone down here at 146 pence to 30.6. It's found support and it's had one wave for me to the upside. So it's currently sitting at 230 pence. And for me, this here, but this is what I think has played out or is playing out. So here I'm just going to show this. I think this is our wave one, and then we've had a corrective move here. So for me, if we can break this prior high at sort of 286 pence, that should trigger the next leg higher, and we should be heading up to this red box zone here, which is 420 pence to 476. I favour the top of that and potentially higher. So that's potentially at least a bag from here. And for me, if I'm just going to zoom out and go to the weekly chart, and for those who follow me know I like three-wave moves, because that's the way that the market operates. And so for me, that's a wave one. We've had a big corrective move back down there. And for me, I'm expecting the sort of next big wave up to this red box zone up here, which is between £10 and £12.50, which is sort of five and a half bags from where we are today. For me, that looks pretty good. I've got a blue box reversal zone here, which I haven't mentioned yet, at 218 to 200 pence. However, I think this 220 pence support is going to be a biggie to break. I don't think that you're going to see trading within that blue box there at 218. But as I say, as a risk reward, from here, you sort of put a stop loss down here, sort of 180. But we're looking for a break of 286, and that's going to bring us up into this red box zone here. I just thought to myself, never heard of this company, so I'd have a look at the details on it. And it's a tech firm valued at £33 million today, with revenues of nearly 100 million. It's crazy. It's got EBITDA expected of 10.5 million. It's got a little bit of debt, but there's significant skin in the game from the directors. I think there's only something like a 30% free float. So to me, that looks like an outstanding value play, worth doing some research and having a look at Maintel Holdings. Next one I'm going to do is GGP. And this one is where we were calling for more upside, and indeed we did get that. And for me, I don't think this moves over. I think what I'm going to say here is this is going to be our wave three. So I reckon that we're still going to see, but we might see a bit of a corrective move around here. And then I think we're going to see more upside. And I've got a new box there of a red box at 12.5 to 13.78. So I think that's what's going to play out there. I think we're still more upside in GGP. So gold price is playing nicely, and GGP is doing well. So excellent news for those who took the trade in that blue box reversal zone down there at 5.62. That's nearly a bagger, isn't it? I think you've had a bag so far. So yeah, absolutely superb. GGP, well done holders. And for me, I think this move's not done. I think this red box is going to come into play. It's at 12.5 to 13.78. Next one I'm going to do is TRP. And this one here is the one where we gave a blue box reversal zone a long time back down here and just get rid of my squiggles there. And for me, I'm still really confident in this one. I think that, it's going to need news. But for me, again, I think this is one of those 3 waves moves. And I think that that's sort of a wave 1. This is our 2. And hopefully we can see some news drop and we can break this prior higher to sort of 0.059 pence and should drive us into this upper red box here at 0.0712 to 0.0846. So that's TRP looking good, and hopefully that's just the sort of the start. Hopefully that's a sort of a wave 1 here. We might see a bit of a put. Obviously, I think the traders have been cleared out here, and hopefully we can sort of find support around this sort of level, and then we can take a wave 3 to the upside. So TRP worth doing some research. ATM is my next one. And this one here is one which we covered off, and we gave this blue box reversal zone a long while back, didn't we? Sort of about 5 pence level, and indeed that was a place to buy, and we've sort of hit 4.4 pence during trading. For me, I'm still really confident with this one as well. I think that this is probably a wave 1. I'm just getting rid of that squiggles there. So I think this is going to be a wave 1. We might see a bit of turbulence here, a bit of a corrective move before we start a wave 3 to the upside. And those who've been following me know that I've had a red box zone target there, which I think is going to be where the trading is going to be heading at sort of 10.95 to 13.2 pence. So if I just drop over to the tin chart and just close that off, for me, I think we need to see a break here of 36,000 level, and if we can see the break of 36, should see tin break out to the upside, and my first target would be this red box zone up here at 45,819 to 50,864. If we can break this prior higher at 48,900, that should then zoom us up to my bigger red box zone there at 56,200 roughly to 66,700, which is going to be fantastic for those AIM producers. Cornish Metals is another one which I'm not going to cover off today, but that's another tin plate which is an excellent one. We'll cover that one off again soon. PRE is my next one, just because this one was absolutely fantastic call, wasn't it, from last week? We said that this blue box reversal zone down here at 19.8 to 17 pence was the place to buy, targeting that red box zone up there. If it smashed that prior high at 32.8, and it did it in spectacular style, didn't it? So as you can see there, in sort of one, two, 3 trading days, it bagged easily, and it's hit that target zone there. It sort of hit tagged 41 pence roughly, and then we've seen some pullback. So for me, let's wait and see whether what happens with that corrective play, and hopefully we can get another entry in a blue box zone. So that's PRE. FRG is my next one, and this one's not had the greatest of weeks, has it? So we've seen this pullback several times from around the 6 pence level, and we've had a plating on Friday at 3.5 pence. That's where the sellers were coming in. So for me, what I've got here, I'm just going to get rid of that there, but I'm just showing there I've got roughly a 94% at least return on my investment if I was to take a blue box trade, and for me, I've got a blue box zone here at 3.54 to 2.87. I think anywhere around this 3.5 pence level is going to be great value, and I've put a timing on there as well, which I haven't done for ages. So I think between the sort of 31st of March and the 24th of June, we're going to see the start at least of the next wave up, and hopefully if they can drop the right news, get a bit of into there, and hopefully we can get at least a 3-wave move up into my red box zone there at 6.86 to sort of 7.78, and we could even stretch our legs and hit sort of 9 pence area. So that's FRG, worth doing some research. As I say, it's just been capitalised by 1.5 million this week at 3.5 pence. Next one I'm going to do is EPP. And this one we covered off just recently, didn't we? Again, we've seen trading just dropping back into that blue box reversal zone there, and it looks really good for me. From that sort of great risk reward, I think from there sort of 5.4 down to 3.92 pence, and I think if we can break this prior high at sort of 12 pence and probably a sort of a close above 11.5, should see us trading up into this red box zone here at 16 pence up to 18.8. As I'd sort of favour the top of that box, but wait and see what happens. Next I'm going to do is GMAT, and this one here, another great call of ours. We gave that blue box reversal day down here back in September last year at 22.2, which was a correct call, and said that, you know, if we could break this this 39 pence level, should see us trading up into this bigger red box zone up here at 53.5 to 62 pence. I've subsequently put in this other box at 43 to 49.8, but as you can see there, the RSI is looking really strong. I think that, you know, we're going to see that upper red box there at 53.5 to 62 pence is what I'm expecting trading to head towards over the coming few weeks. So GMAT, well done holders. Next one I'm going to do is THRU, and this one I've never covered off before. But for me, that was in a blue box reversal zone down here at 1.3 pence. And for me, there's just loads of gaps on this one. I mean, it's, you know, so play the gap play. Everybody else plays it. And you sort of got a first gap here at probably sort of 6 pence. So that's a couple of bags at least. And then there's an outrageous gap up here at 28 pence. And there's probably some more of us to look around. But for me, you know, that would be the obvious first target there. I don't know anything about the business. I've not looked at it actually. It's one I'm going to have a look at a bit later on today. But for me, you know, the first obvious target there is heading towards that gap at sort of 6.1 pence level. So that is THRU. Worth doing some research. MATD is my next one. And this one is where we called that pretty well, didn't we, last time? We gave this blue box reversal zone down here. It's 1.62 down to 1.27. That pretty much held, and we got a boom up to the upside, filled that gap that we talked about before at 2.45 pence, and we had a big pullback. There were a lot of traders getting out, cleared those out. Hopefully now we can sort of make our way back up, smash that gap level there to 2.5 pence, and for me, I think we should be heading up to 2.75. Up to sort of 3.1 pence level. We could go higher, of course, but for me, let's just see what happens when we get into that red box zone. Next one I'm going to do is Hex, and this one here, it's for me, no change. You know, that's still. For me, I think that, you know, we've had a wave 1 there, and this is our 2. I'm not going to go into detail there, but for me, break this prior high at 29 pence. It should bring us into this red box zone up here at 32.4 to 37.6, and we're back in that blue box reversal zone. So for me, I think that should be the area where there's going to be some value or some profits to be made. CML is my next one, and this one here is in a blue box reversal zone, another technology company. So worth doing some research on these. But for me, we've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 254 down to 211 pence. We're currently sitting at 231. And for me, you know, if we can break this prior high here at 556, should bring us up to this red box zone here at 752 to 898. So we should expect really at least a sort of a 3-wave bounce from here, if we can just get my thing to work. So should 1, 2, 3, you know, even if we don't break that prior high, you know, we should be expecting sort of 450 pence, you know, assuming that everything's okay with the company. So worth doing some research. But for me, as I say, break that prior high here, we should see trading up to 752 to 898 pence. And that's me for Saturday. Hopefully back tomorrow. Have a great weekend.